Okay, well, it's 9:30, so I'll call our November 6, 2025 meeting of the Housing Authority of Travis County to order. Can I get a roll call, please?
Yes. Chair Laura Getchie,
Present.
Vice Chair Judy Flores, Commissioner Wilma Roberts,
Present.
Commissioner Cheryl Brown,
Present.
Commissioner Jimmy Faber.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Fantastic, thank you. Is there anyone who has signed up to speak with us today in our citizens communication? Okay, thank you. Moving on to the consent agenda, it looks like I only have one item, the approval of the minutes for our last regular board meeting. I'll entertain a motion to approve our consent agenda.
So move.
I second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, hearing unanimous voice vote, that passes. Moving on to our action item, we have resolution number HATC 2025-16 to amend the HATC Human Resources HR Policy Handbook. I know everyone got this circulated, and then I think that afterwards there was a small change because something had been left off of the table of contents. I guess, is there any more discussion to be had on that? Has everyone gotten a chance to look at it? Maybe we can hit the high points.
Yeah, we can provide a brief overview. Cora, would you like to?
I would.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. The highlights would be we had 2 new policies that we are asking for approval, and that is for a workplace recording device and also for volunteer time off for staff who want to volunteer at other nonprofits or other agencies that align with, of course, our mission here. We want to be able to allow them to do that. There was some small revisions in some areas of non-disclosure, education and training, again, another opportunity that we provide for the staff here to expand their education and certifications, and our disability accommodation. So those are just slight minor revisions.
Is there any discussion on this resolution?
I don't remember. Was there something about mandatory, not mandatory, but encouraged for training?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Right.
And
And then after this is approved, I will go into a staff meeting to go over all these revisions and the new policies with the staff.
Yeah. Okay.
Any other discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve resolution number HATC 2025-16.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And that is passed by unanimous voice vote.
Thank you, Board.
Moving on to discussion items, we start with an overview of the Shining Stars program and South State Bank check presentation.
Okay. So we have our esteemed FSS coordinator, Brenda Silva Barber. She's going to lead this discussion, and we have exciting news for you all.
Thank you. Getting a PowerPoint ready for me. All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Brenda Silva Barber, and I am the Family Self-Sufficiency Coordinator here at HATC. And today I will be giving you a quick presentation on a new initiative here at HATC called the Shining Stars program. So STARS is an acronym for Students Thriving and Achieving Results in School. Next slide, please. Okay, so thank you. Thank you, Cora. The overview of the program. So the program, it's an initiative that will recognize and reward academic achievement and consistent attendance among students within the HATC community. By celebrating success with incentives each grading period, the program inspires youth and strengthens family engagement and reinforces HATC's commitment to investing in the next generation of leaders. Next slide, please. The goals and objectives of the program are as follows. We would be promoting academic achievement, encouraging consistent attendance, strengthening family involvement, and building HATC's reputation as a youth supportive agency which would then establish a pathway for the HATC Foundation Scholarship. Next slide, please. So the incentives would be gift cards, and those would be, the amount would depend on the grades. So for elementary, you would get a $10 gift card, middle school $15, high school $20, and the eligibility would be for the student to have AB honor roll or perfect attendance. Next slide, please. The budget and the funding for the program. So we have really exciting news. The initial funding of $7,500 from South State Bank will support the pilot launch and the incentives for the first program year. The maximum cost would be $25,000, and that's if every student at HATC gets perfect attendance or AB honor roll. That's a total of 667 students. Based on other programs at other housing authorities, the participation rate is about 30%, so I estimated about $7,500 would help us for the first year, and we will explore additional sponsorships in the future to sustain the program. Next slide, please. The process flow. So again, you would have to be in pre-K to 12th grade, part of the HATC family. And to verify, the parents would have to submit the report card or attendance record to either the HATC office or the property manager. And then we would distribute a gift card within 2 to 3 weeks to the student. They would then be recognized in the HATC newsletter, on the website, social media, and we would be tracking this information in our Shining Stars tracker. Next slide, please.
Can you stop?
Sure.
Is there any way to get that sooner than the 2 to 3 weeks? You know, sometimes with the way the economy is and everything, we could encourage, if you're doing well, you want to get the money as soon
Sure,
as possible.
absolutely. Yes, we can make that happen.
Okay.
To recognize and celebrate the students, they're going to receive a certificate from the HATC Foundation. This is an example of what the certificate would look like. And again, they would be featured in the newsletter, the website, and social media. We would consider having a celebration at the end of the year for all of the year-long achievers, and a special acknowledgement for the seniors who would be eligible for the HATC Foundation Scholarship. Next slide, please. So for evaluation and outcomes, we would be tracking the participation and the incentive data. Collecting feedback from families is something that would be really important to do as well. We would be measuring the engagement, the academic engagement, and the attendance outcomes. And we would identify standout youth for the HATC Foundation Scholarship opportunity. Next slide, please. So for the timeline, we're looking at hopefully launching as soon as possible. Now, in winter of 2026, we would continue to recognize the students each grading period. And at the end of the school year, towards summer of 2026, we would have the celebration and the evaluation of the program. For the future growth, we would look at pursuing grants, sponsorships, and more community partnerships to expand the program, and hopefully provide more incentives or, a higher gift card amount if possible. Next slide, please. So this is one of the last slides where I have a young child looking over at UT. Just to reaffirm the long-term commitment that HATC has to empowering youth and supporting the educational success. By recognizing the achievement and fostering academic growth, we are investing in the next generation of leaders and strengthening the foundation of our communities for the future. Next slide, please. Any questions?
One of the things that each year, is it NARA or Prada that gives that scholarship?
Yes, NARA does a scholarship. They
Yeah.
do a scholarship
Yeah.
every year. Mhm.
One of the things over the years, and I've gone to these conferences and all the other entities around the country have winners, and we'd like to see something like that
course.
coming out of Travis County,
Yes,
if at all
yes,
possible.
absolutely. We can make it happen.
Just take that into consideration. if you
Sure.
would.
Thank you.
Well, I think it's an excellent program. I'm excited about it, and I hope to see lots of participation from the families that are represented or are part of HATC. I think that, anything that we could do to incent positivity is a great thing, and to see it done by our foundation, which I haven't seen anything done by the foundation in a while. So I'm excited to see something come from this, so this is great.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for everything.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you
Yes,
for your work
thank
on
you.
this.
Kevin, next slide, please.
Nope.
Just the last slide. Okay, so I want to really thank South State Bank for the generous donation of $7,500. We are so happy and excited that you are supporting us launch this program. It's going to really make an impact for our youth here at HATC. And this is Kelly and her team here at South State Bank that came by to present a check that we have right here.
Oh, it's a big check.
We had the board members, you guys can come down.
A big check.
Yes, we have a big check.
Oh, awesome.
You want us to come down?
Yes,
Please.
please.
Oh, yes, please. Kelly's going to share a few words.
Oh.
Just a few words, yeah. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of South State Bank, we thank you for your support and for allowing us to make this contribution of $7,500 to start the new Shining Star program. At South State, we have a couple of core values: greater purpose and meaningful, lasting relationships that guide us in our work daily. This partnership reflects both of those: investing in a greater purpose by empowering and building lasting relationships with the Housing Authority of Travis County and the families that you serve. We believe that when we lift children up, we lift up entire communities. We are proud to be a part of this effort, and we can't wait to see the shining stars rise. Thank you.
Thank you. After you.
No, okay, they say age before beauty.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Over
yeah.
here, then.
Yeah, we'll go, yeah, you guys, sorry.
My pleasure. We are so excited about this partnership. It's been great to work with Iris and Brenda. Thank you.
I always go in the end. I'm an outlier.
Yes. No, that's fine. Brenda's in there, yeah, we have,
Oh, you even have the routing number. It was very official.
See, Kelly, we got you.
I love it.
All right, ready? And smile. All right, all good.
okay.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll do one more. We'll stand on the outside. Or not stand. Have you done this?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, oh, now you're so tall. Oh, my God. I think you're so tall.
Ready and smile. Okay.
You are so welcome. We're very so excited about this. Nice to meet you as well. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
You guys are free to stay if you want.
That is outstanding.
It really is. That was wonderful, and I'm really excited about this program. I appreciate that you outlined how sustainable it is, how its sustainability, how it's going to be measured. It really meets all the goals to me of an outstanding program. So I'm very grateful to you.
Thank you so much.
Great job. Oh gosh, how are we going to beat that? CEO Executive Director's Report. Patrick, I turn it over to you.
Yes, so we're, as you experimenting with some different approaches to delivering information to you all. So we have removed items from previously on consent, but it won't take any more time, but we're going to be going through each of the sections, each of the programs, starting with the voucher program.
Great.
Okay, Christina, you're on.
Okay, is it just an overview?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess to speak about this, we are currently in a shortfall funding for the housing choice voucher program. And what that means is we didn't have or don't have enough money as a PHA to sustain the level of vouchers that we have. It's something that's going around the entire country. It's not just us. And so through that, we've been working with the HUD administration. However, right now they're in a shutdown. And we are finalizing our shortfall as of December, hoping to get our funding if the shutdown lifts. That's the main thing. We have already been promised the extra funding to continue to sustain the program. But so this chart kind of reflects where we are. We're a little under leased because as the shortfall happened, we're not able to lease or offer any vouchers or continue increasing our expenses, right? So we have gone down a little bit. Maybe we're at 97%, I think, occupancy. We're usually between 98 and 99. Might be a little bit less than that now. So this kind of chart reflects where we are as far as the entire projects. Next slide.
Thank you.
Was your next slide? Yeah.
Arlene, that's it. That's my side. Okay. Thanks, Christina.
Sure.
We can move to the next slide.
One thing,
Oh,
the
good
move
question.
to work, which point is that going to come in?
Yeah, so he asked about, did you hear the question? Okay.
Yeah, the moving to work, we just finalized the supplement as you all approved it last board meeting, submitted it, and so it's ready to go for 2026, all our initiatives. We did change, as you recall, a couple of things on the initiatives, but it wasn't anything major. It was just to help cost effectiveness for the agency is what we did.
Okay. With the shutdown, are any of those people being affected?
Yes. Yes. So our entire program will be affected if the shutdown doesn't
Yeah,
happen
I know, but I
in
was talking
December.
about as far as working and losing money.
The other project that's getting affected, if you all don't know, the emergency housing choice vouchers, that funding will end in 2026. So we are currently working through a plan to transition those 24 people into either the housing choice voucher program or the continuum of care program, depending on their needs. So yeah, some's been affected, yes.
So Christina, how much of a shortfall? You said it's a little bit of a shortfall?
No, it's quite a bit. So you want to help me there?
It's about $700,000, but it's all will be funded by HUD.
Yes.
And you're trying to maintain a certain level of voucher issuance. They give us 691 vouchers, but they don't give you enough funding. So this year we're still trying to maintain that 98% utilization. So our cost, our rental goes up every year. So the money, they need to give more money every year, but the money doesn't keep up with the increase in rent.
Yeah, they base it on last year's utilization. And so that's why it's so critical that we get this funding and we start leasing again, because we need to bring those numbers back up so we can continue the utilization that we have.
Yeah, and they know, we have been working with them for the last 6 months, and they know how much they need to give us. So for December is where the shortfall will happen. And we need $700,000 more. It's just rental assistance, and it's almost guaranteed you're almost guaranteed to get it. So it's just that they need to open back up. If we don't get the funds, then there'll be a delay in sending out the checks.
and can we, it's usually, for the answer, about 20 to 21% of it is shortfall that HUD doesn't support, and then, so that's one of the reasons why we were encouraging more deals to be made, so we'd have some money to use that money to kind of hopefully supplement it should this come up, and that's kind of the gist of it. So we may have to reach into our kitty to do that.
And I think the other critical point too, you, Mr. Roberts, asking about the funding, continuum of care is also on the chopping block in the administration right now. We don't know right now the status of that, but in 2026 we are told that that's going to be a significant drop in funding, and so that's going to affect not only us but the other 15 agencies who get money from the continuum of care in the Austin area. Quite a bit of change.
No more deals, Patrick.
We're working on them.
But not just the deals, we need them to start.
Yeah, I wish we could influence that part of it.
start,
We
that's-
don't, but yeah, we're definitely working to get more deals.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Christine.
Thank you, Christina.
Sure.
So we'll move on to affordable housing.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So I'm going to give you guys a quick overview from last month, just quick updates before I move on to Sharon. She'll give you, let's say, a recap of how the properties are moving along. We'll start with Eastern Oaks. As far as resident engagement, town hall meetings do continue. The last one was held on October the 8th. We also had a fall festival with holidays coming up, celebrated there at the property with all of the families and kids there as well. We had a costume contest, We offered candies and goodies for them. We took a lot of pictures with all the families that engaged right there. We had, let's say, a trunk or treat, right? It was a trunk or treat type of thing. We were there for a couple of hours, allowing kids, let's say, to get out of school and start engaging a little bit more. Yeah. As far as, let's say, the OCAP, the 2025 OCAP has been approved. Carlton has begun the process of the gross rent changes. And 30-day notices are being sent out to the residents as they are finished being reviewed. Right. As far as, let's say, routine or periodic maintenance, AC filters and smoke detectors have already been inspected as of the 24th of October as well. So we're continuing with those as well, just making sure and taking care of our assets. Capital improvements, the screens actually have already been replaced in all the Oaks, but at Eastern Oaks they've all been fully completed. It's just going back there and checking, revising that all the work's been pretty much fully completed. And then I'll move on to Summit Oaks. Again, the town halls do continue at all the properties. And then we held those fall festivals there as well. Same version. We go to each property, do this trunk or treat. We had a lot of great engagement with all the kids throughout the entire portfolios. A lot of pictures were taken also. Sorry that I don't have any pictures to show you, but a lot of great things. The OCAP as well for Summit Oaks and Alexander has finally been approved. And again, Carlton is already implementing those. So they're reviewing each case by case and they start sending out those notices as they're finished being reviewed as well. AC filters and smoke detectors have also been inspected. And then also the fire extinguishers were inspected on the 27th of October. Again, those screens have been replaced for Alexander, Summit, and Eastern as well. If I'm not mistaken, they just finished Alexander. That was the last property. So it's just going back there behind the contractor going out there, making sure that they replaced every single one of them. Okay. So for Alexander Oaks, it's pretty much the same as Summit Oaks. It's pretty much the same concept, the same things that happen. Over at Carson Creek, we actually have a file review audit happening right now. They requested a couple of files. It's still under review. We haven't received the official report just yet. And there are, the maintenance technicians are going out there and inspecting the exteriors of the properties maybe once or twice, every 2 weeks basically. That's what they're doing, just to keeping up with the properties themselves. Over at Maynard Town, we have, those resident engagements do continue. We have the monthly farmers markets. We have Pink Love that hosted a couple of events there as well. They're continuing this month as well. We're still waiting for the official report from the TDHCA for the file review audit. Smoke detectors and filters are getting inspected there as well. And there's a lot of capital improvement projects that are currently undergoing. We have the building exterior. We have, let's say, the interiors of the units. Our E&D have this as we speak as well. And then we have some exterior wood that's been deteriorated. Sorry, can't speak. That's being fixed as well. The paint is expected to be completed by the end of this month. We're doing it in different phases. We're meeting with the residents before they're actually going out there, kind of prepping them, letting them know what to expect, what to expect. The contractors are working really well with us. They are actually putting signs out there, and it's great engagement with the residents. They're seeing the improvements. They love it. They love it. Again, different phases that are happening. We're scheduled this Friday to meet with phase 2, but phase 1 has already been completed. As far as Maynardtown 2, also the same thing with them. AC filters were already replaced, and the surveillance cameras, actually, they've all been ordered for both Maynard 1 and Maynard 2. We're expecting to receive the equipment within 2 to 3 weeks. Once we receive the equipment, we'll engage with the residents, letting them know, and then coordinating with each one of the vendors, because obviously they're going to work at the same time, right? Making sure everything works out just great. Railing's also undergoing. They're fabricating the rails right now as we speak. By Monday, they should be going out to the property and installing those rails there as well.
Okay. Is those cameras, who will have access to those cameras on their mobile phone or whatever?
Yes, sir.
Is that individually or?
Individual, yeah. And then we can, let's say, restrict somebody's access to, let's say, have view only. So we'll just work those details out as they're undergoing before we start, let's say, monitoring. They're going to get with us, give us a quick little demo. They're going to give us instructions on what we need to do, and then we'll send out the, let's say, the invitations, right, to those people that we're going to give access to those cameras. Yeah. Any questions?
I do have one question.
Yeah.
With all of the shutdowns that's in place and,
Yes.
and people that are being impacted, and there are people who now don't have SNAP available,
Yeah.
are we doing anything to help, our residents in purchasing foods or having, because I think last year around Thanksgiving we had Stacy's organization.
Yeah,
actually-
Big Austin.
Big
That's right.
Austin. You had Big Austin,
Yeah.
hand out turkeys and that type of thing. Are we doing anything this
Yes,
year?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We're actually, yesterday we went out to Maynard 1 and Maynard 2. That's where we presented it. We're going to have, let's say, sign-up sheets for all those that are, let's say, requesting it or wanting it. And then we'll start, let's say, making purchases for giving them Thanksgiving baskets for all the tenants. Yes, ma'am.
If I could
Just at
add
Maynard 1
also-
and 2, or at all the properties?
Yeah, Cora's about to let you know that right now.
I could just add, so I just received yesterday, HEB, we did turn in an application for assistance through HEB. They have an application. So I just did receive yesterday, they will be giving us $2,500 to assist us with our turkey basket. So that will help us with Maynard 1 and 2, which, as Carlos said, we did a sign up yesterday if they're in need and they'll be home. And then we have had one of Christina's staff members have put together a list of all organizations, nonprofits where they can go get turkey baskets or maybe assistance with food right now, because as you said, Ms. Brown, there is insecurity right now due to SNAP. So there is a list of that, and then we will be talking to the properties as well just to see if there is some more need for that, and then we're going to make our $2,500 from HEB stretch, and then of course talk to the food bank to see where that assistance is as well. So,
Those
yes.
baskets are running about $60 a piece if you with food and et cetera. And we've worked with HEB before, so
Right.
you may want to see if you can negotiate that from one of the HEBs, use that funds to do
Yeah,
that.
so essentially what we did last year was the food bank, we got the turkeys, we paid for those in that case, from HEB because we missed a window. However, we're going to be using the funds primarily just for the turkey itself. The food banks agreed to do what they did last year in providing all the other stuff associated with the baskets. And as Cora mentioned, that we have been looking at some other foundational opportunities maybe to expand on that, and or at least identify maybe in particular the seniors that are in the situation within the HCV family, in addition to the resident population. So we're just trying to figure out a creative way to do that, because we had asked for a significant amount more than that, but so we're just trying to figure out the best way to leverage what we do have. But we're going to, the food bank has been a wonderful partner. Just one plug, we're doing a podcast on Friday with the food bank on food insecurity. So they've been quite a wonderful partner, but and we can't speak enough about how they've been at the table with us, working on these initiatives. But they too are concerned about issues related to SNAP and other, other pressing matters going on. So we will keep you all abreast of what that looks like.
And I do like the idea of asking residents if they really want a turkey, because I think last year there were several people that I talked to at Maynard 1, and they were like, I'm not cooking a turkey. So,
Yes.
So I mean, I don't know, some will want it.
Right.
But I do think that even if they don't want the turkey, I think the sides is something that they will likely use. But I like the idea of asking and
Most definitely.
not assuming. So.
And we're just also asking, as the elders as well at Maynard 1 and 2, sometimes those staples are what they are needing: milk, eggs, and butter.
Yeah.
So we really just want to be mindful of, the assistance that we are providing that will really help them. So maybe they don't, stovetop stuffing in a mashed potato box is not really what they need, but a dozen of eggs and a gallon of milk will go a long way. So we just really want to be mindful of assisting with this insecurity. So
Great idea. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And I'll have Sharon here just give you guys a quick little glimpse of how the properties are, the progress of the properties. Yeah.
All right. So are we going to do our slides or? Okay.
It'll be this one, yeah.
Oh, okay.
do you want to go this?
All right. So we'll start with Eastern. So obviously the report was, all of the data was done. Sorry, thank you. Pulled on the 17th of October. So I do have some updates from this information that I'll share with you, because we have made a little bit of progress on a couple of fronts. But Eastern was 97% occupied and 1 vacant. The delinquent rent was $6,800 at that time. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I think we're having technical difficulties, so I know we're all looking at the slides. We just want to make sure that we're able to have Sharon's slides up, or if we need to go to Subra to do his report, because I know you're reporting on your slides.
Yes, I am.
Okay. So I don't.
Yeah, let's go to the finance report, and then I think she just needs to.
Super stepped out.
Oh, he did?
I'm fine taking it in verbally. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I can.
Okay. All right. Okay, so that was Eastern as of the 17th of October. Just a couple of updates. The OCAF the 2025 is completed. We have worked through all the 30-day notices have been sent out, so we're looking January 1 for those rents to be in place. And ledgers have all been addressed as well at Eastern Oak, so that property is buttoned up for 2025. So once January hits, we'll be working through the next year, but at least we're caught up there. The delinquency in Eastern Oaks, as you saw, was $6,800 in the presentation. It is now down to $1,422 for the October balances, and that's really just 2 households that have balances. One with the largest balance is on a payment plan. And there is 1 vacant there still. Any questions on Eastern? Okay. All right, so Summit Oaks we'll go to next. So Summit Oaks on the 17th was 96% occupied. There was 1 vacant. Delinquency was $3,420. As of now, there are 2 vacants. One is not leased, but it is ready. We have, this number 21, it's been vacant for a while. It's been leased and canceled, denied, so that's just one that we're still working on. It's a 2-bedroom. And then number 24 is a recent move out that happened on the 25th of October. So we will work on getting that made ready and start to pre-lease for that. The October delinquency at Summit is comprised of probably about 6 folks. One has a large balance, which we are working with. I know our team and Carlos are meeting, have a scheduled meeting with this person to help facilitate recertification. One individual has a nonprofit that's helping them with their balance for October, and then I'm sorry, 2 of them, and then the rest are, like, there's one person that has a payment arrangement due to his Social Security being a little delayed, so that's a very small balance, but I think we're doing really well at Summit. In terms of the OCAF there, very similar. We are working through the files as Carlos mentioned. There have been 14 that are completed for the 2025 OCAF, and then 10 are left to go. So same thing, we have sent out notifications just like we did at Alexander. Let's see. I think that's all I have for Summit, unless anybody has any questions for Summit. No? Okay. Alexander, then we'll move on to, it was 99% occupied, and the delinquency was $16,440. There was 1 vacant at the time. So Alexander today is 97% occupied. There's 2 vacants. One is a 2-bedroom that is ready, and one is a 3-bedroom that is not ready, so we're working on getting that unit rent ready. The delinquency for October is $4,538. So that actually, the largest balance there is 1 person. We are working with that. I don't have the level of detail like I did for Summit. So I'm not sure if this person is looking for assistance or if the impact, because it's all of October, is an impact of the change in rent, the gross rent change. So still working through that one, but it's half of the total delinquency. So we definitely have made some progress there between collections and getting everything up to date in the system for the OCAF. Okay. Any questions on Alexander? Nope. All right. That I think would be Carson Creek. Get my notes up for Carson. So Carson was 94. There was 1 vacant. Same situation there. We still have 1 vacant, and we did have 2 people on the wait list that were left from the initial occupancy. The team contacted both of those people. One had found housing elsewhere. One we just left a voicemail for that person. I don't have the update on that, but we're following up to see if this individual is still interested in pursuing application. So that one will be hopefully rented here soon. If not, then we'll obviously start marketing it. And we do have a yard sign out front, which is how we rented all the last round, that initial round of relocation people. So hopefully that will generate some new traffic for us as well. Delinquency at Carson is $259 now. It was $1,606, and that's just a balance of 5 individuals with very small balances from October. Any questions on Carson? Nope. All right. We'll move to Manor Town 1. Manor was 79% occupied and 97% trend last at the time these reports were pulled. There were 10 vacants. We had 9 applicants. Delinquency was 506. So we are working obviously in conjunction with Carlos and Cora on the renovations, and have communicated with all the folks that applied previously, and they all understand that occupancy will take place once the renovations are finished. And so we're communicating with them from the site level, and also with with Carlos and Cora. So I feel like there were a couple of people that needed housing sooner or represented that they needed housing sooner, but all contact has been made. So I don't think we're going to lose anybody as of now. So we'll just get, once we get the units upgraded, then we'll have those units filled and the property will be stable. Any questions on Manor 1? Okay. We do have a small wait list there too. We have 6 right now, but 3 of them are pending move-in. So we'll start to really start to market and make sure we start building the wait list on the properties that need them. So Manor 2, no real changes here. It's still full. Delinquency is, there's one person with a promise to pay for today. So hopefully that person will come through and the delinquency will be 0. And all going well there. So anybody have any questions on Manor 2?
Thank you, Sharon.
Okay.
I do.
Yes, ma'am.
So, again, with all of the shutdowns that we have,
yes, ma'am,
that we're dealing with today, do you anticipate there being an increase in the rent delinquency over the next couple of months? And if so, how will that be handled?
That's a very good question. I think we should anticipate potential higher AR in the next month or 2 based on the shutdown. And our approach will be very consistent across the board. If people are on fixed incomes and they're waiting on Social Security, or that's their only source of income, we already kind of do it now because there's not just one day where Social Security checks get either ACH'd or checks mailed out. It happens throughout the month. So we'll just want to communicate effectively with the tenants and make sure that we understand what their situation is. I don't think it would be ill-advised to not charge late fees during this period of time to show some grace because it's really out of their control. So I think that would be the strategy if it does, kind of impact us through the end of the year.
And is that going to be communicated in general or case by case, or what are your thoughts in terms of how you're going to administer that?
Yeah, I haven't really spoken with Cora or Carlos about it, but it could be certainly something that could be discussed at a town hall meeting, which at least would get it into to the public. And then we can certainly follow up with individual notifications so that everybody gets something specific to themselves. Because, like I say, some people get their checks the first Wednesday of the month. Some people get their checks the third Wednesday of the month. So we just want to be, effective in allowing them to come to us and let us know what they know, and then we can certainly share resources if there is an instance where someone does need additional support or locations to go to for assistance.
Right. So I would just petition Cora and team to come up with something that's consistent, and to also, from a HATC representative, just to express to them that we understand. Right? I mean, we know that this whole shutdown is affecting everyone, and that we're here to provide a level of grace. So you can take the stress off of them and, just let them know that, that we are a caring organization. And yes, we do want to look at, collecting, and this is something that we have to do to maintain our business, and also to have just maintain the properties. But I think if we can just express that at all of the properties to let them know that we care and that we understand, I think it will go a very long way, right? And if there's something that's related, after you've done an assessment, if there's a way that we could not, charge penalties or something like that, because you don't want to add on to the issues that we're already facing, as a country. So that's one thing.
We can do that. We'll put a notice out to everybody, just like you said, be very consistent, that we know that the times are rough right now, and if they are struggling with making rent due to maybe SNAP benefits being cut, or maybe their hours being cut, that just to come into the office and meet with Carlton one-on-one so we can develop like a plan of action about how definitely not to cause any more hardship, as you said. So we'll put a across-the-board notice to everybody and then ask them if they need help or struggling to come in, and that's also with food insecurities as well. So
That's
then
excellent.
again, we can make that private and not everybody know everybody's business.
Exactly.
We would want that. So
Yeah.
just have them come in individually and meet with us.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Agreed.
Okay.
I think
Sounds
that's
good.
great, but just to offer the opportunity to everyone, so, you know, it doesn't look like there's a level of partiality, that it's consistent across the board. And then the other question that I have is, we talked about the occupancies and how many, openings we have and delinquencies, but I didn't hear anything about any maintenance reports or anything like that. How is that being managed? Because, I know one of the things that the other Christina was able to do was she really stayed on top of all of the maintenance requests and making sure that those things were being addressed. So what are we looking like in that area?
Sure. Let me get to those per property. They're in my report, but it's not on the slide. So yes, we continue to emphasize work order completions and timely responses. Eastern Oaks had 5 service requests during the month of September, and all of those were addressed during the period, so no open items from that month. And they were a variety of things, like changing light bulbs, an air conditioner needed a little service with the filter change, a stove burner needed to be replaced, just typical stuff that we've seen in the past. So, but pretty low number of service requests for the month compared to recent. So yeah, all 5 were done. And any questions on this?
I'll also just add too, is like when we're in the town hall meetings, that is one of our agenda topics as well. So we're making sure that if a maintenance request wasn't completed, that we also here at HATC, we will also put that work order in for them as well. So always at the monthly town hall meetings, that is always an agenda item. If there's a maintenance issue, concern, or maybe one hasn't been completed, we'll also put one in for them.
That's right. We also give them, let's say, additional methods of, let's say, contact, right? Sometimes they're, so used to coming into the office, right? Sometimes they're unavailable. So we give them, let's say, use the application, right? Use Loft. That is the quickest, the most effective way to put in your work order or service request, right? Obviously, you have the Carlton management team on site, so you guys are always welcome to come in. But you guys can also email work orders. You guys can also give us a call and put in those work orders. So there's different ways instead of just sticking to one, right? Now this is just a learning procedure maybe for most, if not all of these tenants, but we keep repeating the same topic on a monthly basis all across the board so that they're all well aware of it.
The board packet for Eastern Oaks had one pending in the category general. Because it said there was a total of 6, 5 that were completed and 1 general that was pending.
Let me get that. I just had it. Oh, sorry. It was a ceiling repair. Apologies. It was a ceiling repair that just had to be scheduled with the resident to enter and all of that, but it's been taken care of.
Okay, thank you.
I have a couple of questions, and it's regarding Maynardtown too. In the report, it says contract signed and expected equipment November 2nd. What is the expected equipment, and is that under the contractor's warranty from construction, or what is that?
Maynardtown too, I guess.
Maynardtown too, it's in the report.
Is it under capital improvements?
Yes, correct.
Got it. So that was regarding the rails, right? So they're already fabricating the rails, and they're expecting to install them on Monday coming up.
Okay. And then there's also plumbing and bath. Are those warranty items also from the contractors from construction, or are those different?
Is this regarding work orders?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Maynardtown 2, it's plumbing and bath. There are 2 work orders. Is that also?
Maynardtown 2. Okay, just a second.
And I'm only asking just because it's new.
No, that's
construction,
fine.
So, definitely
Absolutely. So there was a request for grab bars to be installed. That's one.
Okay.
And then there was a garbage disposal that was inoperable that just needed to be reset.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then one last question for me. I know that we're in Texas.
Yes.
And it is 80 degrees here, but eventually it's going to get cool. Have we started, or do we have a plan to winterize these properties?
Yeah, based off our previous experiences, especially that freeze, right? We have, let's say, freeze warning signs across the properties on all sides, so we're watching the weather on a weekly basis. Obviously, the Carlton team will work with the Carlton team to just let them know so that maintenance can put those signs out there. We'll send out notices to our residents to let's say, let faucets drip, and leave those cabinet doors open so that, the heat can get in there. We'll start assessing the heaters and all of the units as well, just to make sure that they're working properly, obviously, right? And we'll let them remind them regarding maintenance emergencies, if in case these things happen, right? What are we gonna do? Make sure and give us a call if your heater's not working, right? In the past, I know we've done it, let's say, where we're protecting the covers outside or the plumbing, right? Just to make sure that those pipes don't freeze. So we'll be making sure during these town hall meetings also to remind them about these things and procedures and how to follow. But we'll work with Carlton just to make sure that that doesn't happen again.
Okay. All right. That's all my questions. Thank you.
I believe that moves us on to the HATC Finance for period ending September 30th.
Yes, good morning. So just an update. We went out for an RFP for audit services, and we got 4 proposals, and the current auditor, or the auditor we had last year, scored the highest. So we are planning to keep the same auditor. We had the auditor we had last year for 4 years, and the previous RFP was for 4 years. So that is why we put out a new RFP. And they scored the highest, and they were also, in all different categories, they scored highest too. We are not bringing it to the board because it's below the threshold. It's only $25,000, the audit fee. We don't really have any big issues with the current auditor. So in terms of continuity and familiarity, with our finances and how we keep our records, it's probably more efficient to keep them. So that's one update.
Okay.
Super, who is our auditor?
Smith and Marion. Yeah. And the other thing is we are kind of finalizing the draft budget for 2026, and the work session is planned for the week of the 17th. And at that time, we can go into a deep dive into all the programs and all the reserves, and that's what I'm kind of planning to do. So
The 17th of November?
yeah,
Okay.
the week of the 17th.
Okay.
Yeah, you should have.
I just got a Teams email. I didn't get any specifics on a date.
But I think they're different dates for.
Yeah, they are. They're broken up.
Correct. Yes. Okay.
Other than that, I just will answer any questions.
Thank you.
Okay.
And then TCFC Finance for period ending in 9/30.
It's I don't really have an update. It's just that another project has been put on hold. The Belmont, I was assuming it was going to be in December, but it's March. So, but next year I'm anticipating, a lot of these projects who got delayed will all come, all the monies will come next year. So, so I have budgeted for all of them to come in next year, so we can discuss it, at the work session.
Any Discussion on TCFC finance report from Supra?
The interest rate ought to help since it dropped. Yeah, so I think somebody's finally getting what they want.
I was hoping.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
We have a resident spotlight coming up.
Ma'am, would you like to go into executive session to discuss the affordable housing now?
I think I was going to take that up at the end,
Okay. All right.
unless there's an objection.
Okay.
Because I was actually going to move G down.
Okay.
So we could have executive
So,
session all at
Can you all
once.
stay, the affordable housing folks?
Yes.
Okay, including Sharon. Okay, all right. We're fine then.
Okay, does that mess up?
No, we're fine. We're fine. I just want to make sure we're...
Resident spotlight, good news?
Who's our resident spotlight?
Yes. So...
More to the point.
Huh?
Yeah.
We're coming. It's pulling up right now.
Okay.
So, in continuation of what we've done last month, we are highlighting another resident, and David Martinez, yes, and he is also part of the Continuum of Care program. And he wasn't able to be here this morning with us, but we have a brief video we would like to share with you all.
Great.
Perfect, Mr. David. Ready?
Yes. So my life has been fundamentally changed thanks to having a full mouth. I was walking around in constant pain. It felt like a prison that nobody could see, that I could feel constantly, and kind of like being jailed. The only time I could get out was when I took heavy medication, and I was unable to eat food like normal amounts. I was emaciated and very sickly. And thanks to getting my face put back together, basically, I'm able to not just eat food, but sleep in a position where my body and skeleton isn't being ripped from one side to the other. I'm able to physically function in everyday activities. I can hold a conversation much longer. I don't feel strenuous, agitating, constant bullet fragment and shrapnel pain moving through my face and body all day long. And that makes it so that I can breathe every day. And I thank the Housing Authority and most of the people that have pretty much given me a place where I could work, breathe, live, not just grow. And then also went out of their way to help me get my face fixed so that I don't live in a prison of pain. And I cannot stress enough how grateful I am for the opportunity to be in the program, because everyone else in the world did leave me on the streets to where I was going to have to fend for myself, broken, wounded, and crying. And the Housing Authority and Integral Care picked me up off the ground and gave me a place not just to live, but to be alive. And that is something I will always be grateful for.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So he's part of the Continuum of Care program. What he's making reference to is there are funds, and Christina could probably explain this better. Part of the eligible activities in terms of expenses is the work that he was making reference to. And so he, like many others, are very appreciative of the ability to be able to see some of those medical procedures done that otherwise they wouldn't get. And so we are grateful to have him and the family, David Martinez.
Just highlights what a vital program that is, and the fact that we're at risk of losing it is horrifying.
So things like this wouldn't be able to be done in the future.
Thank you for sharing that with us. That was a great spotlight into the value of that program.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Next thing on my list is strategic planning update.
Yes, Cora's going to provide a update.
Oh, yes. So good morning again. So we're at the final stages of our strategic plan. So right now we are on J, where we have our final draft that has been provided from all the feedback from all the stakeholders, all the focus groups. So they have developed a draft, and we have 5 priorities that we have for the plan. The plan will be released tomorrow on our website, and that will allow anybody in the community, our stakeholders, community stakeholders, residents, program participants, which I will be sending out a email blast to them, letting them know that the draft is on the website. We will have a form where they can do a comment as well about the strategic plan. We have 3 focus groups for next week, and those are on November the 12th, 13th, and 14th with our strategic consultants, where we will be able to open it up to the public, to the Board of Commissioners, and to staff, where we will be able to, talk, or if they want to make comments or make some revisions. And then the following week, November the 17th, all of the feedback that we received, we will see if there needs to be some revisions to our priority 5 goals. And then my plan would be our plan here at HATC is then to provide the final in the December board meeting. So the Board of Commissioners, you will be receiving those links of those 3 opportunities that you have next week to join a focus group, a work session, as well as having the draft of the plan. So we're very excited. I feel like these 5 opportunities really came from the feedback from our stakeholders and from our community residents and program participants.
And I reviewed the community engagement report. It was very thorough, so I just wanted to thank you for putting all that information together in one place.
Right. Yep.
And I'd also like to make a suggestion as well, because typically the strategic plan is thick. It's a lot of reading, and I would like to suggest that we also, for those sessions that are being had, that we maybe record it, so that in on our website that we post a link of that recording, so that those people who don't take the time, I know you're saying you're going to distribute the strategic plan, but if they don't take the time to read it, then they'll have another option that will be less cumbersome, I guess, than reading. They can listen, so you'll approach it, both ways. People that enjoy reading, they can read it, and then those who just want to listen to it, but you make it easier and accessible for everybody.
I will do that.
It's a great suggestion.
And they may consider the comments, do just an executive summary.
Can you say that again, Mr. Roberts?
Yeah, as opposed to, so they don't have to read all of that
Yes,
stuff.
I can put a summary together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our budget workshop, I think we already chatted about this, but
Yes, Super provided an overview.
It's scheduled for the week of November the 17th. And right now I'm kind of finalizing the budgets. So I think the team's invite has already been sent out, and I think some of the commissioners have already accepted them. At that time, I will go program by program, and we can do a deep dive and tell you what the reserves are and what we anticipate for 2026.
Thank you.
update on our Commissioners Court presentation.
Yes. Next week, Thursday, the 13th, will be our biannual presentation to the Commissioners Court. That presentation is, did we send out the actual final version? board?
I don't know that I saw a final. I saw a draft.
All right. We will be sending you. We will be sending you the final version of the PowerPoint. We did take all of the feedback into consideration with the outline, and it's been blessed off by the county staff. So we will provide that to you all. It's next Thursday again at 1:30, and I'll do the presentation. We don't really anticipate there being much fanfare. I think that many of the questions that have been asked over the period of the year have been answered. We did have a meeting with Commissioners Shea and Trevelyan staff earlier in the year about some follow-up questions that they had. But yeah, I think that it should be a very positive interaction on next Thursday.
Thank you. I'll move on to H, board reports, and start with HR committee. Is there anything to report from the from HATC's HR committee?
There is nothing to report.
Okay. Is there anything to report from HATC's real estate committee?
There's nothing to report.
And is there anything to report from our 50th anniversary committee?
Yes, the staff has done an excellent job. We've gotten several new sponsors, diamond letters, and total so far is about $12,000, and with more coming in. And of course, the agenda is in the final stage. There's commemorative program book for 50 years going on, will be there. And we have live entertainment, and there will be a commemorative idea that we're going to present to you, the board, and I think you'll be pleased with it. And of course, what did we say swag was? You might want to explain that one.
So we'll have items with our 50th, like maybe like a cup or a mug or some other items at the table for everybody that participates.
Yeah.
So.
And that's it. So overall, it's going real well. And we finalized the speaker, and that's
Mark Thiele, Executive Director for
he's
NARO.
formerly out of Houston.
You will have other remarks being made by other individuals.
Yes.
And what's the last date for sponsorships to purchase tables and tickets? And what's the last date for that?
I think we were thinking around the 28th, maybe, or something. I don't know if we.
Yeah. If you want to be a diamond sponsor, you need to get it in tomorrow.
Get it in soon.
ASAP.
Yeah.
And
December 1st.
There's some consideration, I think, that the chair would like for us to, as a group, put together. And it doesn't have to be everybody the same amount, but I know Cheryl's going to come up with about $3,000.
You never know. You never ever know.
We need a write-off.
Okay, thank you for that update. So then we have agenda matter, CEO, Executive Director's evaluation. I am going to move us into executive session under Texas Government Code 551.074 to discuss personnel matters.
And then also,
and is there any other reason to go into executive session?
yes, I would like to have a discussion with members of Carlton.
Okay, can we take up let's take up the Carlton discussion first.
Yes.
Okay.
And that would be under Government Code 551.074 as well, personnel matters.
Fantastic.
Okay.
For motion that we
Do we need a motion to get into executive session?
Actually, yeah.
Oh,
go
okay.
into executive session.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we are going into executive session. Okay, I'll call us back to open session at 11:50. And we are back on.
So we should actually do a roll call.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. Can I get a roll
okay.
call, please?
Yes.
Chair Laura Gutschy,
Still present.
Vice Chair Gary Flores,
Present.
Commissioner Wilmer Roberts,
Present.
Commissioner Cheryl Brown,
Present.
Commissioner Jimmy Taylor.
Present.
You have a quorum.
So it's, I guess, the chair's recommendation, and I'll entertain a motion to approve a 4.5% merit bonus for our CEO/executive director. His overall evaluation score was a 3.9 based off the board's approved performance evaluation plan. So I'll entertain a motion to that respect.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Approved by unanimous voice vote. I think we have run out of our agenda, and thus I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned at 11:51.